Well, it's finally nice to be seeing you once again, and I'm hoping we have a great interview.
It's nice to be talking with you again. Now let's get this interview started.
How is this character for you? What really made Forrest Gump who he is?
Well, Forrest was an interesting character because we had to build him piece by piece. And a lot of it was just asking myself, what would Forrest do here? And
Gotcha.
how would he act here? And by that, it was a lot of just thinking how Forrest is mainly based off his own common sense and his common sense of his mom,
Right.
and how both of them are a little on the slower side. So while they are on the slower side, they are both morally correct. So I had to put myself in their shoes and then decide how someone in that situation with those morals would go about it. And a lot of it just I had to put myself in their shoes, like I said. And he's not the typical macho American who solves everything with a punch. But if he is going to punch someone, he's going to do it for someone who cares, like Jimmy. He's going to do it when it means it.
Well, what artistic choices did the film and the crew and everyone make that really helped bring the character out?
Well, one of the choices that made a pretty good impact on the film overall and on Forrest's character was the casting of Little Forrest. And originally, we had the plan to make Little Forrest talk like me, Tom Hanks, in the later portion of the movie. However, I found it easier to just mimic how Little Forrest talked.
Understandably.
And his little drawl, you could say, to his speech is what I based off Forrest's speech patterns. And a lot of the positioning of his body was like this with Little Forrest, and I had to follow along with that and the way he ran and based it all off the Little Forrest there.
Right.
And also the clothing that we had to wear in the wardrobe, that definitely helps draw out a lot more of the personality Forrest was showing.
Gotcha. Was there any conflict between you and what the cast wanted for the character?
Actually, quite the opposite. Bob, Eric, and I had a lot of conversation with how Forrest should be and whatever he should be doing, and there was a lot of bouncing back the ideas, but we all came to agreement on Forrest is good to his morals, and he's a pretty straight and narrow guy, and he's just gonna do what he's gonna do, either what he's been told or what he wants to, and he's gonna do it no matter what. And when we were adding the narration over to it, we couldn't really change much of it because Forrest was gonna talk and do what he did. So we kind of followed along with that.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about the ping pong. Are you really that good?
Right, ping pong. Well, as good as I seem to be, a lot of it was just CGI with a green screen. We did have the one of the best Taiwan ping pong players from Taiwan there, and all I had to do was swing a paddle back and forth and hit an imaginary ball. However, it was not as easy as it seems. So we had hit at the correct time to make it actually seem legit, and yeah, that was quite interesting for that. I heard that the paddle for it actually sold for some odd 25 grand.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's very nice doing this interview.
You too.
Thank you very much.
You have a nice day.